Good morning. It's another beautiful day here in Arlington, Massachusetts. My name is Mike, and I'm a grateful recovering addict and alcoholic. This channel has gone through a change where I'm trying to share my experiences through this journey, from basically the depths of hell to where I am today. The happiest I've been in since birth, I believe. I don't really remember anything that made me feel as good as I do now, but I just want to share my experiences and go through the daily reflections just like at a normal meeting. One of the meetings I go to, they do this, and just go from there. Today's June 10th. Impatient, try levitating. When I first read that, I thought, oh, I'm gonna do some magic today. There's no magic. Some of the writings are a little, well, they're old. You know, they're from a different time, so they spoke a little differently. But I'm gonna read it as it is. So here we go. Impatient, try levitating. We reacted more strongly to frustrations than normal people. And then it says, as Bill sees it, page 111, impatience with other people is one of my principal failings. Following a slow car in a no passing lane or waiting in a restaurant for the check drives me to distraction. Before I give God a chance to slow me down, I explode. And that's what I call being quicker than God. That repeated experience gave me an idea. I thought if I could look down on these events from God's point of view, I might better control my feelings and behavior. I tried it, and when I encountered the next slow driver, I levitated and looked down on the other car and upon myself. I saw an elderly couple driving along, happily chatting about their grandchildren. They were followed by me, bug-eyed and red of face, who had no time scheduled to meet anyway. I looked so silly that I dropped back into reality and I slowed down. Seeing things from God's angle of vision can be very relaxing. And so what I take from this reading is that, as you can see, I'm in the historical cemetery here in Arlington. More or less, put yourself in someone else's shoes to think about why they're doing what they're doing before you let it control your reactions or your behavior. The very triggers that cause us to do the things we do. I have a lot of specific examples I can't use, so I'm going to go with ones that I can. I've had plenty of opportunity when I just get frustrated with somebody else because they're not operating on my timetable. They don't realize how important I was, or how much more, important what I had to do was than what they had to do. And when I realized this, and I realized that my rush and my feelings of controlling things, it affected every aspect of my life. It was everything. It was, what I would watch on TV, who would be where with what, and why certain people would do anything. This is kind of like a difficult one because without being able to give like the ones that are the most strong in my head, coming off the cuff with stuff that to relate to it, it's a little bit harder. But this isn't supposed to be easy, even though it is easy. Basically, what I want you to do today is when you get frustrated with somebody, or you think that something's not fair, or you should be ahead, or you weren't treated right, or whatever, think about the other person and just realize that it's not as important as you think it is. It's not a life or death situation. You being first, or you coming first, or you being treated the way you feel you're supposed to be treated, more importantly than everybody else, it doesn't really matter. You're still going to end up in the same place that you would have ended up but without the aggravation and without the negative thoughts about anybody else. And once you do that and you realize that slowing down, not worrying about things like that, you have extra space in your mind to just have full and total relaxation and understanding of being in the moment. Just living for the minute, not worrying about everything else. Like I said, this was a little bit of a difficult one for me because the examples I'd like to give were not appropriate. So now, I just tell you that when this first occurred to me, I would set my cruise control. I wouldn't ride anybody's ass. I didn't worry about being in the high-speed lane. I just took my time with everything I did. When someone spoke to me in a tone or in a way that I felt was beneath me, or they thought they were better than me, I thought about it and I said, we're all the same. They're just either having a bad day or they're as sick, if not sicker than I am. So today I know that I'm pumping my brakes. I'm not worried about being in a rush. I'm not worried about what other people are thinking and that the world's out to get me. I'm thinking about how I have one goal. It's not to pick up, and it's to live the best life possible. To be the best man I can be, to be the best father I can be, and to help anybody else that may be in need. If you find yourself in need today, this may not be the exact reflection that touches you, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to, especially the traffic one, as I look out on Pleasant Street and see the people frustrated that they can't get in their right turn lane because that one person in front of them didn't just pull up far enough. Don't worry about it. Just let it be. Relax, your turn will come. That being said, we've only been live 7 minutes. We'll see if anyone wants to join in, and we can talk some more. I can give you some background on myself. My pain and suffering started at a young age. It sometimes can sound like selfish or poor me, or something like that, but I was picked on from a young, early age. It never really stopped until high school, even after that. So I had always had that inner pain of really not liking what other people had to say or feeling less than. I don't have that today. My ego is gone. It's not what it used to be. I don't have to worry about it. So I managed to make it through to a certain point where substances became part of my life. They made it so that in my mind that the problems, like the people in the car in front of me, they didn't matter anyway, because I was just too unaware to even realize that I was behind someone or worried. That was also not a healthy or safe thing to do. The best way is to, like I said, look at things from God's vantage point. Think about what the other people are going through and pump your brakes. That's about it for today. I apologize for it being kind of a short one and not very personally motivated, because like I said, I'm so far past that aspect of it, but I am understanding of it, and I am available to help anybody who needs the help. This is posted on my Facebook as well as a couple of groups that I belong to. So if you see my message there, you could message me on any of those. You can message me on Instagram at Mike5959. Leave a comment. Please subscribe. I just want to be able to reach and help as many people as possible. And this involves everybody from children to the elderly. You know, I experience this occasionally with my mother, where she'll be very impatient and switch lanes, and we're on the way to market basket, and they're not going to run out of a loaf of bread, Mark. We're good. We don't have to be angry at the people that are going 50, or 70 or 80. We'll get there. So the bottom line is we're gonna get where we're gonna get regardless. We might as well get there feeling patient, feeling accomplished, that we are able to control our emotions and our feelings without the use of substances. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. Have a blessed day. Keep coming back if you can. And don't pick up. Life is good, and it does get better. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.